Hi Aries, how are you doing? We are here and we are doing we're starting a new round and round, right? So we're gonna do the readings off with you. Technically we started at Gemini last time, but we're gonna start a new series right now, new little section. I've been deciding what it is that these readings should be about. They need to have more of like a topic or like a meaning behind them. I know a long time ago I used to do like current intentions, future actions. Um, so this would be based off of you, Aries. So I'm going to be speaking to Aries. So you could be dealing with an Aries. You yourself could be an Aries. You could be focused really on trying to understand yourself through like meditation, trying to understand yourself spiritually, trying to understand your circumstances, or doing your best to like make the best decisions for yourself as possible. Hold on. I'm feeling this green a little bit. Maybe I'm not. Alright, never mind. I don't know how to do it, so we'll just leave it at that. Okay, so current intentions, future actions. I'm not sure exactly which cards we're going to be pulling. I think we'll start with a couple of these just to get an idea. So for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You could consider yourself to be like an alpha, or like you have anxious. We have anxious right here. And we have poor and we have poverty. You could be anxious about your money. You could be feeling a little bit of like uncertainty around your money. You could be trying to come out of poverty, like you're trying to beat that generational curse or that generational like energy, like you're trying to be the first person in your family to make $1 million. You're trying to be the first person in your family to graduate college, or your first person in your family to own your own house, or to I don't know, get like a retirement plan or something like that. There's something that you're trying to do to overcome poverty in your life. There could be some anxiety around this, maybe some insecurities. Yeah, to cover. This could be something that you cover up, or something that you don't really talk about. Like you try to make yourself, like you carry yourself well, but you don't really like people to know maybe that you do struggle with finances, or that you are struggling with your finances. But there could be something about that kind of coming out. You're working on coming out of poverty. Now there could even be some issues excuse me, I'm sorry. There could be like some circumstances or some situations where like some really random, not necessarily random, but like some, and I don't even want to say catastrophic either, because that's not the right word. Like a random turn of events could be coming up for you, where things are going to really start to change. Things are going to really change for you financially. We have thirst, to be thirsty. Okay. So there could be, so like I think of like thirst, like a thirst trap, right? Like that's like when somebody really wants to be in a relationship, or really wants to be, they want something, right? They're thirsty for it. It's like they need it, because we all need to be hydrated. We all need to drink water in order to survive. We have north, east, south, and west, the directions. All right, so let's try that. We're going to put it in the directions. So Coming out for your ascendant, you would have anxious, to make uneasy, or to worry about. So your overall energy is anxiety. You're feeling anxious. You're feeling worried about something. This could be due to the fourth house, the home, the mother. We have poor and we have poverty. So maybe you're not receiving a lot of help from your mother, from your family right now. Your mom could be going through, your family in general, your home could be suffering or struggling because of a lack of finances, a lack of resources, a lack of support. I do feel like this was something that was a part of your destiny. You need to have all of, I say destiny because destiny is right there. Excuse me, sorry. And then we have to cover in your seventh house. It's like you're trying to cover this up, or you don't want people to know this. That maybe you came from like a poor family, a poor lifestyle, a poor, I don't want to say poor, but just poverty, right? You came from like somebody that doesn't make as much money as most people, or you're below the poverty line. And maybe you're having a difficult time getting resources. There might be a different place you need to move to, or a place you need to leave, a place you need to go, someplace different to leave since. So you're covering something up though in relationships. It's like you don't want the people you're dating, or the people that you date, the people that you're in relationships with, to know maybe the poverty that you are in, or the poverty that you came from. I do sense this energy here of like really being striving for, having a desire for being kind of out of the home, especially if your house is like poor, or you come from like maybe not the nicest house, or your house isn't like a representation of how you feel like you are, right? It's like if you carry yourself different than where you came from, or if you created someone that was different than where you came from, and then it's like you get sent back to where you came from, that can be difficult. All right, so let's take a look and see future actions. So in regards to yourself, what are your future actions to overcome this feeling of anxiety, these feelings of anxiousness, to overcome the things that you're worrying about, or the things that you are worried about? You're going to compete. You're going to fight yourself. You're going to struggle through it. You're going to push your way to the top. You're going to push your way through it. You're going to battle through it. You're going to deal through it. You're going to continue carrying on, even if that means that there's going to be a fight, or even if that means that there's going to be a commotion or something that is uncomfortable. The anxiety itself is uncomfortable, but staying in this mode of anxiety and not confronting the thing that's giving you anxiety is only going to make it worse. It's not a very common thing for you to have anxiety, so I would assume that if you're having anxiety about something, it's due to an insecurity about yourself. Because when it comes to Aries and moving forward and pushing forward, anxiety is not something that you normally experience, right? You're usually pretty courageous, and you kind of bulldoze through your issues, right? You can really face your issues. There's something about the home and the poverty, or being poor, or not having enough. It's like, I don't know, imagine you're going to your kids, or you're going to something at their school, and you have to pay this extra, $37 fee for something stupid and it's like, I don't even have that in my bank account. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, whoa. And that could be giving you anxiety. It's like you don't want a random fee to come up, especially if it's in person, and not be able to pay for it. So that could be scaring you a little bit or giving you anxiety, a sense of insecurity or a sense of unworthiness, a sense or an inability to present yourself the way you have portrayed yourself to be in relationships. What is this poor we have in the 4th house of home? Real estate. The love you receive. Now, you could even be receiving like a poor quality of love, or it's like you haven't experienced a love where you don't have to worry about, you know, how you're going to get the food on the table, or you haven't had to worry about how you are going to pay the rent that month. It's like you haven't ever really been able to live in a house or live in a situation where you didn't have to worry about that. Where it's like you knew that the rent was going to be paid, but instead this time, like, you have to worry about that. That's something that's on your mind heavily. What is this in the 4th house? The 3 of Pentacles. At least you're not alone. Okay, so there could be multiple people that this is affecting, or it's like your entire family this is affecting. This feeling of, what are we going to do? Especially if the resources to like get you out of poverty aren't there, or you could have made decisions in your life that didn't necessarily set you up to be super wealthy. At the time when you were young, though, and you had the opportunity to make those options, it didn't really feel as important. Like you were kind of happy, or not necessarily happy, but you were like content in what you were doing then. But I feel like something's kind of coming back to bite you in the ass a little bit in regards to the choices you've made in the past, because the future is really just a culmination of all the choices that we've ever made. And people that are doing really well in life are because they made those good choices, or because they took certain paths that we didn't take. So it really all boils down to the choices that we make, and just the choices that we make, really. What is this to cover in the 7th house? Now, the thing I am noticing here about the 7th house, Aries, so your descendant, we have 208. 28 is the number of money. It's the axis of money. The most wealthy people in the world, a lot of them are born on the 28th. 28s are money driven, money focused. They're go-getters when it comes to money. Everything they do is focused on the bag and getting money and building wealth, whether their wealth or someone else's, because they know that if they're building someone else's wealth, that then in turn they're building their own wealth, because you don't want to be around a bunch of people. Somebody just sent me a message. Lisa Thompson just sent me a message that said, "Are you interested?" My fucking nipples are harder than rock. What's going on? Don't know. I'm not cold. Hey, baby, what do you need, baby? Baby. Let me to move this here, baby. Wait, excuse me. Here. There you go, sweetie baby. There you go. Go ahead. My right here is so itchy. See? I don't know if you can see. It's so itchy right now. Go up there. Is there stuff up there? Push it out the way. Go ahead. You want me to put... Okay, I'll move it. I'll move it for you, baby. All right, there you go. There you go, baby. I got you, baby. Now get up there. Love you. Okay. Sheesh, sorry. Hey, can you sit down? Raven, can you sit down, babe? Lady, sit down. the heck? Crazy lady. Let's see. What is this to cover? What is Aries or Aries' person covering up? It's definitely something you covered up in the past. The cat's kind of out the bag now, though. Or the people in your life, because you were feeling anxious and you decided to kind of become combative. Their guard is down. They're vulnerable as well now. What is this thirst up here? Very interesting. Two of the most difficult cards here. There's a desire and a thirst, and like you want to be in a career, you want to be making money, you want to be doing something so badly. But for some reason, there's this Martian Three of Pentacles, which should be, it's either way you cut it, really. One point of your 4th or your 10th house axis is taking an L, is taking a hit. You know, you either have a lot of love in your life that you're having to sacrifice for your work. There's a lot of love that you're in your life, or there's a lot of heartbreak in your life due to opening up, or, right, we have this thirst. There's the Ace of Cups to quench the thirst that you have. But it's like you really got to go through hell and high water to get there. You got to go through the most pain, suffering, heartbreak, hurting people's feelings, hurting your own feelings, doing things that you don't want to do to get there. But you need it. You need to. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be fun. But that's the way life goes sometimes. You got to make the tough decisions. As a leader, Aries, sometimes you got to be the one to make the tough decisions. And you can't just quit halfway through because it's not working out the way you want it to. Because you're uncomfortable. You have to push through that. You have to allow yourself to be seen for everything that you are, and know that the people in your life that are meant to be in your life, the people in your life will respect you for that and accept you for that. And just by faking and covering up who you are to try and get to a higher group of people isn't going to change the fact that it is who you are. And so I think that the first thing you can do is become really to like sit down with yourself and be like, this is who I am, and I can strive for more, and I can strive for better. And the people that are really truly going to help me are going to understand that sometimes you have to start from the bottom. Sometimes you have to start from not having a lot. But if you're honest with people and you can show that you have the ability to make it up there, to be up there, to do better, people will trust you and people will believe you. But you got to quit trying to cover something up to get somewhere that you're maybe not supposed to be. It's like, but you want to be there so bad. It's like, you know that if you were there, things would be different. You know that if you were, but you're not. And so things aren't different. Things are the same. Because you're not there, you're here. And you have to work with that. And you have to find a way to work through these feelings of poverty, of not being enough, of not having enough, of and then victory will come. You have to become the diamond in the rough. Maybe. It's like, it would be really cool if you were able to kind of go and use someone else's hard-earned location or their hard-earned backdrop or their hard-earned home, even though it's not yours, to make it look like you're doing better so that you would maybe attract a higher group of people and they would give you a chance. Or if you were able to borrow those shoes, if you were able to, borrow that car and go to that meeting with that car, people would maybe accept you more, as opposed to you having to pull up to that meeting in your, shitty Honda Civic and with 200,000 miles on it. But instead, you just gotta buckle up your bootstraps, buckle up your seatbelt, and show up to where you're going as who you are. So sometimes the outer package isn't everything, but something about you has to be better than the outer package, right? You can't show up and be shitty at the presentation and be shitty shitty looking and crummy looking and scummy looking, and then as well not be able to give a good presentation or not be able to deliver in what it is you say that you can do. But if you can deliver, and maybe your circumstances aren't the best right now, and life might be crumbling around you, but you still have that talent, you still have that winner in you, you still have that ability to be a superstar player, to be the most valuable player, regardless of where you came from. People will see the good in you, and people will help you get up to that next level. People will see your thirst for it. People will see your desire and your inability to quit until you have it. And they will help you more. But doing the bare minimum because you're anxious and you're uncomfortable with where you're at and what you're doing is never going to ever get you to where you want to be. You got to show up hell or high water. And it's looking like it's high water. It's looking like it's high water in this one. So Aries, thank you for letting me read your cards. I hope that this reading was helpful for you. Hit the like button, subscribe. My name's Damelin. Ramdoc is my name on YouTube right now. So you can also find me on a Strip Chat streaming platform. Adults only. It's a webcam model site, but it's Damelin Daisy on there. What does Aries need to know for their closing message? We have Amethyst Phantom Quartz, expression, gifts, and originality. Amethyst Phantom Quartz fosters prolific energy and opens the crown chakra to channel creatively in all its forms. Individuality is encouraged and uniqueness in expression is embraced by this stone. Amethyst Phantom Quartz instills confidence in your creation and urges you to share your talents. Using your intuition as powerful resource, Amethyst Phantom Quartz connects you with your spiritual team to convey your ideas in a way that stand out. Do yourself a favor and show the world what you've got. We have Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, Jupiter, and Neptune. Here, we can pull one of these for you too. So in regards to Aries' future actions, because this is current intentions, future actions, your current intentions is overcoming anxiety, uncovering your fear around being seen for who you are, and your future actions is getting the bag, getting money, selling things. working. Even if you're late to building a solid foundation for yourself, or even if your foundation just crumbled down around you, your home crumbled down around you, your job, I don't know. You're getting back out there and you're getting it done. And you're getting up in the morning and then you're going to do it again. And then you're going to do it again and you're going to do it again and you're going to do it again, and you're not going to stop until you have it figured out. Right now, this moment is the time that something is changing significantly for you around your ability to overcome these obstacles that poverty has put in your path. And we have loneliness. You know? Not everybody's going to be on the same type time as you. Only people that truly have the ability to sit down and look at themselves for who they are and what they need are going to be present still. You got to be lonely sometimes. If you're trying to overcome things, and most people in your life in the past just haven't really ever cared. They don't really care. They're not focused about on their finances. They don't care about making money. They don't care about becoming the best version of themselves. They're okay with just sitting around doing the same old thing day after day, wearing the same old clothes with the same old people, eating the same old food, on their same old phone and on their same old computer, and, same old. You got to remove yourself from those kind of people, and you got to strive for better, and you got to be better, and you got to do better, or you're always going to be same old. Aries doesn't want to be same old. Aries wants new, fresh, top of the line. And we all know you're not afraid to go out there and get it. So stop acting like you are just because you're alone. Just because you don't have anyone else to bully on your way there or to tear down on your way up there. It's like the only thing that you have to do, the only person you have to fight is yourself. It's not me versus you, it's you versus you. Anything else for Aries? Anticipation? All right, I'm going to leave that message there. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that was helpful for you. And I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Deuces.